Hi, it's Jeff Howard here at FixMyKite.com. We're going to describe to you one of our new products for the year, which is our new Fix My Kite self-stick valves. These valves retail at the $11.95 mark. They are designed so that they can actually fix or they can actually build on any bladder. If you have a bladder blank, you can actually use these on any type of material, any color, anyhow, from any manufacturer. Most manufacturers, almost every single one of them on the market, use a PU. It's a TPU or a PU, a polyurethane type bladder. The reason about using these bladders, if you look in every single kite on the market, is the reason is PU stretches. PU will stretch. Kites are manufactured where they'll take their shape and they're rounded. PU will follow this shape in a stretch without deforming. And because of this, it'll keep your kite in the shape that they are made. Bladders are made flat. They are not made with a curve. So the stretching of a PU keeps your kite in a true shape. Look out there. There is a reason why every single manufacturer uses a PU bladder. PU is the most popular out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to install one of these valves, and that our valves will stick on any bladder. This is a standard bladder. This is a PU type bladder, and we'll show you the reason why. So what we got here is we have the colored type bladders, the orange bladder, and a PU type bladder. Now if you want to go and replace your valve, let's say this is a bladder blank, and what I have here is, let's just say this is the first part of a strut bladder, and I need to put the valve in this location. Lay out the strut, making sure your strut is either the exact same length as your original or slightly longer. Now take a marker, place your bladder on here, find where your valve is going to be replaced. Now remember, bladders are actually manufactured slightly bigger than the outside casing. This allows it to take the shape on the inside and fill all voids in the casing, a strut casing or a leading edge casing. So once I have my mark, I'll take the bladder blank, separate the two, quickly fold it over, make a snip, and now we have our hole here. That can be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, just depending on how you want to put it on here and allow the air to go through. If you have a stopper down here on the one-way type valves, make sure to cut a good size big enough. You can cut it to the size of the opening at the bottom of the valve placing. What we use on our valves is a tear aid patch. This is a proven type material that has been used for many years on all bladders, kite bladders. You can fix up to anything you want on your bladder of any kite, raft, or anything. This is a proven US brand type material that is used. All of our valves are manufactured here in the USA by Americans. So what we want to do is want to show you how to install this, making sure that you correspond the direction of this valve. Look at your Velcro and the way it closes on the outside of your leading edge or your strut, and that determines how you want to place this valve onto the strut. A lot of people forget that. So these bladders have already been cleaned. They come supplied with an alcohol pad. Clean the area thoroughly, making sure it's completely dry. You want to make sure it's all dry and all residue is off of there. Once this is done, peel back the material from the sticky, which sometimes can be a little bit of pain just because this stuff sticks very, very well. Rolling it up away from it is the best bet. Well, it's definitely very good. Once you peel off your sticky or your patch, just remember, if this touches itself, it will definitely stick to any material out there and stick very, very firmly. So take your time, peel off your patch. Now get the sticky up and away, find your hole. Having a friend hold it out flat and smooth is good. Lay this on, rub from the inside out, making sure that there are no wrinkles to allow air to go from the center to the outsides. So we have this now in the PU. This adhesive on these valves, as any valve, over time will stick a little bit better the longer that they stay on there. So I'm going to mark the orange bladder here. Again, separate the two layers, bring this up, snip a good size hole. Peeling off the paper. Making sure it lays downwards, find your hole, keep it flat, and firmly press from the inside out. As you can see, our valves will stick on any material. You don't have to have any specific valve particular to the material at all. They come in a range of sizes. They have the original Slingshot one pump valve. This is we get these from Slingshot themselves. A lot of brands are licensing it from them as they are the patent holder of the one pump type system. But these are the original Slingshot valve, and again it's completely packaged with your alcohol pad and instructions under the flap. Then you have your 7mm valve. These valves are used on the RRD kites or some of the smaller type openings. They can easily be pulled through, and if you have a fitting, they'll slide inside of here and zip tie around it. This is very popular for some of the brands that are using it to create the one pump system, which is great because if they can create it with a standard type valve, they're easy to replace anywhere you are in the world. This is the 9mm standard type valve used on almost every single kite out there on the market as their inflate type valve that your pump goes into. These can come in a one-way, which is this one here. It has the flap on the bottom, as well as if you get this and you would like to have it as a deflate, you can quickly pull it underneath and snip off the little flap with a pair of scissors and stick it down, and now it will be an inflate deflate. But we also have these in an inflate deflate without that stopper already there. You can see that on the website. Then you have the standard 11mm dump valve. This is commonly used on every single kite out there. I think Cabrini is the only one that has the screw valve. We will be having screw valves here in the next month or two at the most, but those should be in stock in that time, so if you do need the screw, contact us. We will get it out very quickly. So now that we've got our valves stuck on here, once they're stuck down, nice and cured, this is the PU bladder. We're going to inflate this and describe to you why you would want to use PU and why every manufacturer does. These valves are stuck on here. As you can see, the strength of these valves, they will stick on any material. You can pull on them. This is a PU bladder. As you can see, it'll take the shape and take the abuse without any problems. I'm going to squeeze this and see if I can get it to deform, as well as these valves stick on here. Now we have a colored one, and if you pull on these or stretch them, well, you can kind of see the shaping. I tried to just form it around and put some pressure on it. PU will take the punishment in a kite. That's why every manufacturer uses them. And again, our valves will stick on any material out there, any kite brand of any type. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at fixmykite.com and PKS Distribution.